I call the Golf Commission meeting of Monday, the 11th of March to order, if you would please. I think we first ought to take attendance and see that we have a quorum. This is Mike Harrington, Vice Chairman. Mike Feinstein.
Priscilla Schultz.
Bob Bingnet.
Anthony Calabrese, Director of Parks Recreation.
Keith Marion.
Liam Barron. Liam. All right, thank you. We have a quorum, we'll proceed. We will dispense with the President, with the Pledge of Allegiance. We need to get a flag.
Yeah.
Turning to the agenda, act on the minutes of the meeting of February 12, 2024. Are there any comments or corrections to the minutes? No.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor? Say aye.
Okay.
Minutes
I
are approved as submitted.
Okay.
Staff reports. Robert.
Hello, everyone. I don't know if you know, but we're scheduled to open Friday.
Oh, boy.
She went live. The response was very positive. It is very wet out there.
It is.
I don't
It's
think
going to
the
get wet
range
Friday again.
Well, the range isn't quite ready to be open with the course, but hopefully soon. It's not too bad, but that win today might help it. Staff's all ready to go. Looking forward to getting started.
Have they started coming in yet, or?
The staff?
Yeah.
Well, my outside staff, we had a meeting to get ready for the year to get all their paperwork. They're scheduled out. My staff's the same, so. Yeah, pretty much most guys are back. They recognize most faces. Anybody new? Not in my golf shack. No. Which is a good thing, I think.
Yeah.
It's good, especially in this city. All the programming that went out in the spring was well received and basically sold out. Our current outing total is at 15.
15.
I don't know if this is my area, but I was thinking the lockers price. Lockers haven't sold very well in years past, so I don't know.
Are we still marketing those? Are we still putting those out?
I didn't think we
I thought we stopped something.
No, we tried, no, we just didn't get it. We didn't get any, so I don't know if you want to consider moving the price maybe to increase.
Probably.
But I don't know, that was my only thought there, because I think we sold $725. I think
I think if we sold, who knows if we dropped it.
I don't know. I know it was much more received when it was the old clubhouse, but there was a different animal there that were showers and stuff attached to it. But I just feel like we got space there. And
Well, how do we advertise it? I mean, we
can email that.
what we did a couple of years ago is we had a bid because we thought the demand was going to be so
Year
high.
one is sold out.
Yeah.
Were they used that year, or they just bought or rented? Okay, but they weren't really used.
But I think you saw from the lack of the next year.
Yeah.
Drop them to $50, maybe.
I don't
there you go.
know. I thought it was.
Do we know how we came? I don't even remember how we came up with $125.
I don't know.
No clue how we.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know.
I'd have to double check, but I want to say it was based on the price that we used to charge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Something along those lines. But I'd have to do the research on that. I mean, bottom line is nobody's using them. I think it's just the way that the building committee thought they were going to be used. They're not. It's just not. So.
Yeah.
I still think there's a better use of that space.
I'm gonna say, if we
But-
return space.
So
I mean, you've been trying.
We tried. We wanted to partner with.
Right.
Yanni's here, but we wanted to partner with Voco on putting in, the Trackman in there, and Board of Finance was not open to it at all.
Right.
So that kind of.
There's a lot of Well,
Why don't we just try to drop the price and send an
Yeah,
email out
let's-
for maybe $50 or something like that.
$50? Is there a consensus around that? $50?
Yeah.
Have any been rented yet?
No, I don't think I've had any.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, I was in the zero category, and if they have,
But have we communicated that they're available?
oh, no, we will. I'll do a better
Oh,
job.
yeah, I know you will,
Pricing,
but-
we have.
Do we need to go down to 50? Should we maybe get a happy medium?
I think it was,
5250?
you remember what the old clubhouse was? I thought it was like 50 and we went to 125.
It might be
Yeah.
125.
What? No, yeah, I think this is completely off the top of my head. I think we went from 50, 60 to 125.
Right.
There was a little sticker shock, but they were excited to do things.
Do we have any sense what other clubs charge for seasonal rentals? Not that it's
It's
control.
such a unique
but-
animal that
Not that
you
it's
can
control.
compare it.
But it's also not in the clubhouse.
I know.
No,
And
it's
that's
not-
like,
I know.
It's not convenient.
no, it's not convenient. I mean, it's just basically club storage for anybody who plays here only. Right, and do we have that?
So,
Yeah, some, yeah.
Okay.
We did before.
my guess is if you lower the price, you should,
Well, the bottom line, we're making zero.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I was
we're not
gonna say,
paying one.
some for $1 is better off, so.
I mean, if we want to start at 50, then all of a sudden we see, like, okay, now they're sold out again. I don't, whatever you, I don't
I
care.
don't know, I don't know, I think 50, we're not trying to,
cut it in half.
cut it in half.
75, 75? Yeah.
6250.
Works
is
for me.
cutting out.
75.
All right.
It's good.
All right, we'll do
If
75.
I had heard any, the complaint was, hey, no facility, being
Right.
the price.
All
All
Up to 75.
Okay,
right, yeah.
We
we all in agreement?
That's all I have.
We need a motion,
I would do it anyway.
Do we need a motion for it?
Let's just do it.
we need a motion to lower the price to 75.
Can we set that?
Yeah.
Second,
I second.
any further discussion?
Plus people.
All in favor?
Sure.
Okay.
Liam, I don't,
Bob, what's up with the driving range?
Wet.
No, I mean the new driving range.
Well, I'd have to defer to the boss.
Sitting with the RTM, they'll vote on it at the end of this month on giving us the rest of the money. It's
Now-
already passed the Board of Finance, it passed the Board of Selectmen,
It passed the Board of Finance last month, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
and the RTM,
Well, and,
Or the individual project, like.
the project, the money for the project.
Yeah.
but it's two projects. There was the,
Well, it's one
300
project,
it's one now, but we're waiting for approval for the second half.
right, so we can move forward with the project. The project came in over budget, so we don't have the money, the 275 didn't cover phase one.
Okay.
We were short, I think we nickel and dimed them down to 330,
25.
something along those lines, which
Right.
still wasn't enough, where I wasn't comfortable saying, hey, let's move forward,
Right.
start the work, we're gonna get the rest of the money, because
Right.
you never know what the boards are gonna do.
And when do you think that goes before the RTM?
It'll go this month, so it's the 28th, I believe, 25th. So I'll present them next Monday, and then the following Monday they'll vote.
That's
Okay,
the
now-
town budget is what I'm talking about, right?
No, that's
This is
the
a-
driving range project.
Okay, that's, I mean, it's a
That's
separate item.
the additional 275,000
Yeah.
for the driving range alone.
And the short-range practice.
Correct. So
Yeah.
of that 550, I've guaranteed the other bodies, and I'll guarantee the RTM, that we're going to be able to do both parts of that project
For 550.
for 550 or better.
So now let me ask you a question.
Bob and I are gonna work on that.
My understanding is that with capital money, it is not subject to the time constraints of the fiscal year.
That's correct.
So as soon as it's approved, we can begin to spend. And I think the big question about,
Well, not really, but, so, we have 275 that I can spend right now because it was allocated last July 1.
right,
Capital money does come out on a fiscal year. So the second half of the money won't be available to us technically until July 1.
wow, because Craig Curley told me we could start spending, okay,
Not typically the way the town bonds,
All right.
but what we'll do is as soon as they approve the project, the next day, I've already been in contact with Top Tracer and Cover the T's to say, hey, I'm going for the rest of this money. We want to start this project as soon as I have the approval. We already have the bids through purchasing, so that part's done.
okay,
It's literally just signing the paperwork and being able to pay them when the
Okay.
work is done. My understanding for the timeline of the project is it only should take a couple of weeks.
right.
So whenever we get the money, we're going full steam ahead. If that means the driving range is closed for a month, I'm just throwing it out there, it's closed for a month, then it's closed for a month, but when we reopen, it'll be done.
Right.
Minus the short game. The short game is gonna take us a little bit of time. That won't be done at the same time as the bays, from my understanding, but we'll get that
That's part of
done.
the
Now,
deal?
that is part of the 550,000.
That's part of the 550?
Part of the 550.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the short range. My recollection, and I'm sorry I've missed a couple of meetings, we're not clear on the location,
It's gonna go between the Little League field and the driving range.
and that's decided?
Conservation won't let us put it in the front.
Okay, and conservation is signed up?
Conservation said, we recommend that you put it here.
Okay,
So what about that batting cage that's there?
I'll look at that, well, I mean,
There's room. Yeah, I think a nice walk over there.
That'll stay there?
Yeah,
and
there's
it'll
room,
still-
there's room. I think it's actually pretty good space.
so is the next step hiring an architect?
that would be the next step for sure.
Have you got somebody lined up?
We've used a guy named McNeil, but we probably have to send that out. Depending on how much, yeah.
They have to go out for bid?
Depends on how much.
Yeah,
Depends on how much the services are.
Yeah,
And we have some other architects, they might not be the type we're looking for, that are on call for us.
Okay.
So, again, just depends, but we'll feel this one out, and we've done work with them, and
So what do we need to do to get that done? Get the architect bid put together?
need the architect to put together, a quote for me on, hey, this is how much it's gonna cost me to design it, and
You need a
then
scope of work first,
do the
to
design.
bid on, right?
Right, but it should be, my understanding is, you've been thinking about what you want.
I've talked to a couple.
So, I mean,
Okay.
Like similar to what Stanford's place, that's
Um,
Farm?
I would think a better example is Casual.
Wait, for the short game? No,
Oh,
no,
sorry,
the short
sorry
game is not good.
Casual.
Oh,
Casual.
Tasha, sure, no, I'm
Yeah.
talking about the.
Very similar to that guy.
But, okay, what they
Like
did.
Casual,
Yeah.
similar, same architect, guy named
Okay.
McNeil.
Okay.
Okay, my last question on this, the engineer in me says, we've got a $500,000 capital project. Is there a project manager?
My
Who manages,
my superintendent of parks manages all our projects.
okay.
Yep.
So we do have a project manager to oversee it and?
You're welcome to help him, he's always looking for help.
We'll see. The jury's out on me.
Can I want to ask Bob one more question before
Sure.
we move on. So I went on the website, I was able to get a tea time for Friday. The front of the page has changed a little bit. It would not let me confirm a tea time until I put down that I wanted a cart.
The first I've heard of that, and my TC is completely full. so
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, my instinct is, I don't know. I haven't
Okay.
heard that one yet.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me continue. So I wanted to ask you if that was just something that happened one time? or-
I think that
Okay,
it's the first I've heard of anyone having that issue.
okay.
The two issues I hear on a regular basis are inability to get their pass renewed because they'll tell them their age is wrong.
They did
And that is
for-
simply you didn't log into your account, right? So the computer has no idea who you are, and it's just what the programmers did. And the other one is, it'll say your credit card is no good, it'll say the token is unaccepted. And that's just because if you have good fraud on your bank account, and there's been inactivity in there, they just make you take your card out and you put it in. But I haven't heard that, I would love you to send me a screenshot.
Well, I got in, I finally, once I clicked that, yes, I was gonna take a card, it let
Yeah,
me.
it should be a criteria,
No, yeah,
yeah, I don't know.
okay.
Please let me know if it happens again, then. they
So
can-
will I be registered, which I know will be fixed once I get there, but will I be registered as needing a card?
It doesn't come up that way.
Doesn't come up?
No.
Okay, interesting.
No. The interface changed a little,
Yeah,
so people are having some, it's just like normal updates of software.
right,
It wasn't a choice we made. to
right,
say,
right.
use it.
Okay.
And the weekend sold out, all right,
Pretty close,
pretty close.
pretty close, yeah. And the weather forecast doesn't look great.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, moving right along. Anthony, the administrative report?
Yeah, numbers are on track for what they were last year. We're almost identical. I mean, rounds-wise, we're chasing a little bit. Again, we had a very rainy summer, so that's partially why. Opening up this week, this early in March is gonna help us, provided it doesn't rain.
Now, we opened last year on Labor Day, on St. Patrick's,
A
didn't we?
little later than this, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was freezing.
I think the extra weekend helps. If we could squeeze in this extra weekend.
Well, if we can get a good weekend in this
Yeah.
weekend, that'll be a good jump.
I think we have 2 weekends.
Okay, all
And
right.
I already talked about the driving range. so-
Yeah. All right, and Peter isn't here. I handed out our checklist to
Text me,
everybody.
he didn't call in?
Peter, are you here?
I'm here.
Oh.
Can you hear?
Peter, you have a report for us.
There he is.
I thought that number did look familiar.
Get an extra check.
Yes, this is my number.
All right, you're up.
Oh, I'm up. Okay. Well, obviously, we're going to be opening Friday. 9 a.m. I do believe the first tee time is. My guys are hard at work. We weren't expecting frozen puddles this morning, but we're a little cold this morning after all the rain. Courses, greens are looking good. We're going to probably give them a nice cut on Wednesday and Thursday and be ready for opening day.
Okay.
We have a lot
I gotta-
of we also have a lot of little side projects. You know, like we got 3 benches that have got to go in with all this with the patios and stuff. I know there was a mention of the patio under that teal blue bench that's by the fire pit. I don't ever really remember that getting approved to be put there. I thought it was put there for a tournament. They already have one up on 7T, but that's up to you. But I have some other benches that I got to take care of before I can get to that one. Other than that, hopefully we're ready to rumble.
Peter, what was the decision that was made as far as expanding the practice green?
Well, I did have a couple of guys come down and take a look at it. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to design it myself. We got to get somebody to design it. But I think we got to take that big tulip tree out and expand to the left. And I haven't got the numbers in yet for what the material cost and the labor costs are going to be, but I'm working on that.
Okay.
Now, Peter, you don't have in front of you well, maybe you do, the checklist that we've been looking at the last couple of meetings of projects. The ones that are highlighted in yellow are completed and the white ones are still yet to be done?
I do not have that in front right this time, no. But I know what you're talking about. I'm going to update that for the April meeting.
Okay. Now, is the tree work for this winter done?
Oh, we did a bunch of tree work out there. You probably won't even notice it, but we still got more to do. They couldn't get back out to 16 because of all the weather we've been having, but I still got some work to do out in 16, and then I'm working hopefully when I guess the asphalt plants are going to be opening at the end of this week, so hopefully we'll be able to start putting some cart path work on 7 and 16 and see how far we can go.
Okay. Now, I've been looking at your budget, the proposed 2025 budget, and I see we've got $50,000 that we put in there, and that's for track tracer, right, Bob?
That is correct.
Is that?
Yeah, I do the budgeting. So
I know you do.
Yeah.
But I have a question for, is that contract signed, Anthony? The track tracer, or are we still waiting for? Because that's part of the.
Not officially signed because we don't have the money.
Oh, well, that's part of the original
But we can't move forward
until you get it.
until we have the full money.
Okay.
So
All right.
RTM will approve,
Yeah.
then I'll go to Board of Selectmen because it's over $10,000. They'll approve, and we get a contract.
Okay. Well, my question for you, Peter, going through your budget, and I'm a neophyte, I apologize, haven't looked at a budget for 20 years since I retired. I don't see money in here that would cover such things as drainage or cart path upgrade. Yet we've been saying all along that we thought you could get some of these projects done within your operating budget. Is that still what we believe?
We carry a lot of those things in the line item special department supplies, and I think there's a maintenance grounds and repairs. I don't have the budget in front of me, so I'm going off the top of my head. I think
Right.
there's another line that's maintenance, grounds, and repairs.
Yeah, there was one there for $100,000.
Those are typically the 2 lines that we use for those types of items.
But do we really think there's enough money there to cover something like the drainage?
We don't know that yet.
I don't think there's
Maybe
money
not
in there
all
for drainage. We have money in there for cart path work. It's under repairs of buildings and grounds. There's like 50-something thousand left in there, and that's what we're going to use for the cart path.
Maintenance,
As far
repairs,
as
buildings,
and even
and
the tree
grounds.
work also.
$80,000. Just the drainage on the 7th hole was estimated by Zach 3 years ago at
Oh yeah, well
$75,000.
that's the drainage is not included. That's just, we do the cart path work. We have to get something together for the drainage work. I mean, like I said the last meeting, I don't know if you were, but we got to start over on 18 and work our way across to 7. I mean, we can piecemeal it all we want, but I got to get conservation out there. I got to get all the powers to be with the town to make sure we're got our I's dotted and our T's crossed before we start digging in there. And I would say like a non-recurring capital going forward. I don't know what the waterfall sheet looks like, but I think we got to go for non-recurring capital for a big drainage project.
Okay. Yeah, and we may have to get back to our list and rebuild our long-range plan. Okay,
That's
anything
correct.
else, Peter?
No, that's just all I got unless anybody has any questions.
Good luck this weekend.
Hey, how wet is it out there right now?
Don't let it rain.
Yeah.
It's wet.
Yeah, what is the condition, like 7, 6, 10, and 18, how wet are they? Are they cart path only at least?
Yeah, we'll be cart paths only. Hopefully, just
It's a river running down there, right?
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, all right.
I need wind like today.
All right.
but yeah, the high winds today hopefully are drying things out, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, thank you. Would you like to give your last Greenspan report?
And I have nothing to report.
You haven't been out walking the course?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're slacking off here. All right. And of course, you've been hanging out at the par three.
Yeah, all the time.
I did walk by the par 3 yesterday, and.
Still there?
Still there, but a lot of places underwater.
Really?
Yeah,
So
in
wet.
between 1 and 2, that whole area there was a big pond yesterday.
Okay.
Just a low area.
It is, and it floods continually, but.
Boca, Yanni, welcome. We're delighted to see you.
How are you?
What's up? How was your year?
Had a very successful year. Again, I spoke with Anthony, you know, obviously we about speak all the time, but, so, first year we opened, we did $1.3 million, you know. Thought it was a great first year. Honestly, I have the box, we opened up late in April. Last year, we got up to 1.6, and this year I'm happy to report we got up to $1.92 million.
Wow.
Right?
Great.
And that's with all the rain, like that,
Yeah.
we hardly had a patio this summer, you know? So I'm thrilled, it's over 35%.
Excellent.
You know, and again, I think we could get, the goal's over $2 million. Like, when I sat here, when I sat in there, it was right in there, it wasn't even completed.
It wasn't even finished back there.
You know, I told, you know, I said it's impossible, and everyone was kind of like laughed at me, you know, you weren't in the board then, but like, I said we're gonna do over 14 to 12 tournaments, and we're like, well, we have to. Well, I think we could do more, you know, and I think we could get the neighborhood to come in, I think we could do that, but a lot of it has to do with being able, you know, a great relationship with the sporting, the high schools, and they've really bought in, and, you know, we're very kid-friendly, and we're very, 65% of our sales comes after 4 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
We are, you know, we are 70-30 food to alcohol. But there's tournaments and events on those Mondays have really helped us.
Sure.
You know, we do every banquet from prep wrestling last night to all the basketball teams, all the youth football teams, little league. You know, we've done a very good job separating the room with the buyers. I think it's a testament that the entire staff that I have has been here for all 3 years, and they're not going anywhere. We have very good relations. You know, we have obviously some hiccups at the beginning, and some non-believers, and I think people have, you know, come around, and it was more of a grace period to get to know each other, but now it's like things are just moving. Obviously, I know we can improve. You know, the goal, obviously, my goal is to get to $2 million by year 5, and we've exceeded that. I mean, I work there, we're gonna crush it this year with good weather.
Right.
I do think the events and the tournaments are very big for us on those Mondays. So I would like that to continue, and I think we do a very good job. The relationship that me and Bob has become more of a friendship, but the synergy that we work together is amazing. We're still in tournaments from nationally recognized courses, you know, we're taking tournaments from Country Club Fairfield to Patterson to, you know, like, we got some big tournaments coming in, and they wanna come to us, you know, they have options, and they're choosing us, you know, and but that's a testament to the golf course, and obviously the restaurant and the staff and everything that goes around with it. What I would, again, I think we can get better. I think a lot of And again, don't take this the wrong way, but I think, a lot of people that come to these tournaments that are high spenders and high value customers can't get on this course. They can't, like, they would love to play here regularly, and they can't get on.
Yeah.
And these are people that will spend money at the polo shop, at the golf course, at the restaurant, and they would love to come here. I don't have, you're here, obviously, but like, we have a very good lunch, and I think so, and I think we have a very fair price, but we could get, I think, opening the golf course up a little bit more to some people that can't get on there, that will come here and spend money, will benefit the restaurant, and I think the course itself. And that's it. I mean, pretty much I think that, I do have support of the town. I do have support from everyone in this room, I think, and I think that I know my staff has done a very good job, and I love being here. So, again, the neighborhood supports us. I hear great things around town. I really don't hear many complaints at all anymore. I will say, again, we've talked about this, we lose a lot of money in the morning. We did the numbers, and this year from 6:30 to 9:30 a.m., I lost $120,000. Not that I lost, it's part of doing business, but we just doesn't support the staff that I have, and the sales don't support it. But again, it's just something that I'm trying to figure out, maybe getting a self-kiosk coffee machine. I don't really know. I spoke with Bob about the driving range and maybe putting a kiosk up there, a POS system, where we can, because he said it's going to be self-sufficient, So if I can put a self-service kiosk up there where it rings, somebody put their name in, they put their order in, the ticket will come up to the kitchen, it'll come up to the bar, and with the use of a golf cart, we'll send it right up there with somebody that, Uber Eats or whatever, we'll come right to the kitchen and we'll put it up there. With drinks included, but it's just an option. During the day, we can have the cart girls going up there, just some extra revenue, But yeah, any ideas or any questions you have, I'm glad here for input, never, again, I talked to Peter, obviously, because, I know, but he's had a great relationship, and I told him that, I hope that the same with Peter, too, so, we're off to a great start. I think without the rain, it's going to be our year. Year 4 for restaurants are always a big year. Happened at Boca in Bridgeport. I think we're going to go over the hump this year and really knock it out of the park. Now, again, we are getting inquiries for weddings. We're getting inquiries for bar mitzvahs. I can really crush this revenue thing. It's just unlimited, But if I have questions, I call Anthony. We have a great relationship, We try to work around, I don't think, 2 years ago, I think parking was more of an issue than last year. I don't think we really had a lot of parking issues last year, but also rained a lot.
If you get a request for an event on Saturday night, though, you don't turn that down.
I do, because in order for me some events want to start before 7 o'clock. I have to be done, I have to be able to feed every single golfer coming off the course.
Right, okay.
Until the golf course is closed,
Yeah.
and then I can do it ready. I can separate the room, but as long as I have a seat for that golfer, I can do it. So we turned down like $150,000 wedding.
Yeah.
But it is, it's just part of doing business.
Part of the deal.
You've never heard me complain about it, never once. And I'm never shouting from the rooftop. I'm just giving you an update, But,
Yeah, there was only one time, I think, last summer, where the parking lot,
Parking issue.
we had a parking issue.
Okay.
When the Board of Ed was here. It was on Testani Spring.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Perfect.
Yeah, the teachers were here, and that was, I remember perfectly. Because I had to call Mike and be like, what are you doing?
Well, I'm glad you've had a good year. We're all glad you have. And I think your staff has been terrific, and we'll look for you beating that $2 million bogey down next year.
Yeah, we're in a question.
We're all for it.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's been a great 3 years. It's been a learning experience, and gradually turned into like very good bonds and friendships that we've had for a long, long time.
Great.
I think we've done a good job proving ourselves, and I think we've done a good, we're gonna get better and we're gonna improve just like everybody else does. You know, like growing together with Bob in the golf course, it's been great. You know, it's been a really, really great experience.
Yeah, you guys do a good job. It's a well-run restaurant, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we all come here outside of golf, you know, just because it's a good restaurant. So, it's good. I think it's a good fit.
Thank you very much.
Good.
I appreciate it.
And great. Canadian bars are great, you know?
Yes, well, we're gonna have it, yeah.
But part of what he said, though, is totally separate, but we're gonna need transportation between, if we do like a really cool facility up there, and people are gonna wanna go there and hit before, or they're gonna wanna, you know what I mean, like, and how they get back and forth.
We gotta start. That was the last one, So then my cart guy will be a shuttle service.
But it's more than that, right? What's the path?
Yeah. Can you, what's the path gonna be? Can you have like a little stand there, maybe a year or
To
two?
go up there by that,
Have
you
pre-made
know,
bacon and cheeses and stuff like that, like have someone manned up there, so to speak, if the range is as popping as we all hope?
I'll be honest, like, based on what breakfast sales are now, I
Maybe not.
don't know about that.
Maybe not correct.
Well, I can easily,
More of an happy.
you know, we have the staff, like, you know, I always have at least 5 people here working, right?
Yeah.
So I have the staff to run food over there.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
we're paying them, so, once that food's ready, that food's gonna get up there in a minute.
Yeah.
You know, if we have, you know, we have our cart, and at night, we'll figure it out. Like, I'll buy a car, doesn't matter, we'll figure it out, you know? But I think that would be a great revenue, I mean, I could easily see like $250,000 a year just off that, you know, and that's.
Well, the range is gonna be a destination to itself, right?
Right.
It'll be more than
That's
just
what I'm saying.
connected to the golf
Yeah.
course.
Right.
I'll go up there, I'll get some pizza and a drink and
Right.
stay there, right, not,
Yeah.
you know, so.
Yeah, especially with the short game area opening.
Short
up.
game area, perfect weather, it'll be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
It'll be absolutely.
I think that's a home run. for
Yeah.
all. You know, because he just wrote, he just told me about it a couple nights ago, and I'm like, this is great. And we automatically came up with, all right, let's put a kiosk up there. I called up my POS company, they said we could do it. And it will literally take it to the kitchen, to the bar,
That's pretty
stamp it, we'll bring it right up there. You know, obviously, you know, people will overeat up there, and they will order pizza, and they will order from other places, but the option will be there.
That brings another concern, you know, people are gonna be drinking up there and everything else, and is it gonna be manned at all, is it gonna be
Well, there'll
supervised?
be a person there
Yeah.
taking calls.
Right,
I think
But
we're kinda
that's-
gotta go by and see what we get.
yeah,
I think
playing
if
devil's advocate.
Yeah,
but think about golf
We're
on
gonna be able to afford that.
You might
Golf
need
Andre
a fire
is a
pit.
beer, you know, it's a beer place, you know, so.
I know that
Bob.
we have them.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say, but
Yeah,
other
I mean,
than,
it sounds great.
It'll be fun.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
probably should have
Yeah.
cameras there.
yeah.
If we, yeah.
Probably should have some cameras.
Yeah, security camera's probably,
No,
that's probably a good way to do
yeah.
it, that's
There's a
right.
couple rednecks up there with 30 packs,
Yeah.
pitting golf out.
Like when Fine Tea shows up. It'll be a mess.
All right, very good, thanks. Appreciate you coming, all right?
Yeah. Good to see you.
Tell Sarah, you
We
know,
go on Thursday?
Huh?
No game Thursday?
Do on Thursday, on Friday, and then my kids are turning it around this weekend for basketball. The Winter Championship. So Biggie, Thursday, Friday. Yeah,
Okay.
Thursday.
Do we have any new business? Hearing none, public comments.
I've got one.
Done?
Don DiMartino, or something. I was talking to Brian, Daly, and he had asked about, on the 4-up system, that when he tried to go in, within 24 hours, like Saturday, he booked a time, and if he wanted to book another time for Sunday, it would kick him out.
It's fixed.
Is that a flaw?
It's fixed.
Oh, okay.
So we're trying to limit one per sportsman per day.
Per day. Right.
And the settings are tricky. I think I have it figured out.
But it's a different day, because I tried after he mentioned it,
Yeah.
and I was
Well, I
able,
adjusted it a couple days ago.
I got
Yeah,
time
yeah.
for Sunday.
I adjusted it the first day it happened, because someone called me, or that was Saturday. I think the idea was like, because I would see anomalies sometimes, how's this guy getting 7:03 and 7:27 on a weekend?
Same day?
same
Yeah.
person.
I don't know how, it's
Yeah,
Mission
because last year it blocked you, it was what, like a 4-hour window or something that you couldn't.
Yeah, I've been
another
playing around with it,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to avoid to be able to get to in 24 hours.
Well, if
I thought that would work, but then the complaint is, if I have a 1 o'clock on Saturday, it's not gonna let me book that, if I get up at 5 o'clock. on
12:50.
Yeah, if I
Yeah.
get up at 5 AM on Saturday morning, Sunday morning, they're gonna say no.
Yeah.
So I think the math is 37 hours. If you cover, you got me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
25 plus
think-
12.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
I
know
did
what happened,
37.
Yeah.
what happened, I just did an experiment. I had 10 o'clock already booked on Sunday.
Yeah.
I went in Saturday at 2 o'clock, it's open,
Yeah.
and just tried, and it let me.
Yeah, I think I got it figured out now.
So I think it does.
It's good. It's been you would think more would be like, oh, just make it for the day.
Yeah.
It uses hours for everything, and it's,
And then.
I was playing around with it.
About the cart facility.
Yeah,
It was
what-
the same thing, I just clicked on cart just to advance.
Yeah.
And then
That's okay.
it totaled it up with the cart fee, but you're not liable for that.
You're not
no, I'm
Yeah.
sure, no, I can turn that off, I think I can turn it off. I gotta,
Oh, good. I'm glad
I gotta
you
dig in there,
know that.
I gotta dig in there.
Yeah, so
It's just all, it's a new interface for me too, it's gonna take me a week. I thought, it's also asking you about your payment method too, right? Like that's a new.
It did, and then it says, do you wanna pay now or do you wanna pay
It
later?
shouldn't be asking you that.
and
Yeah.
I was able to grab
You
my
can't pay
credit
up front.
card from the previous year.
Yeah.
So that worked.
Some
Right,
people
and that's
are-
what I did also.
One other comment, just glad to hear that you're thinking about expanding Honey Green, and I know Peter and Bob.
Yeah, we had the,
Back, and
yeah, that came out.
that advanced, so.
Okay, thank you. Sarah, you good?
I'm good.
Wait,
There
Oh,
was,
go,
there was
sorry.
All right, we have a request from Jim Guzzo and Glenn,
Cutso.
but they're not here.
yeah, he's on the phone.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah,
You have
I'm on the
floor,
phone.
sir. What would you like to,
Yeah,
uh,
so one, I'd like to make a public comment. I've had my tournament up there for 2 years, the Kevin's Afterglow tournament. We're gonna have it up for the 3rd on June 3rd. And I just want to say to everyone, I think Yanni left, but everyone in the room, you guys really upped the game, the past 3 years with the clubhouse. And I have friends coming from all over the place playing in that tournament, and they say, you get to play here 3 times a week, and it's not a country club. So it's really, you guys are doing a great job, and we all love the place. So thank you. My request is, so we have a bench up on number 7, and my brothers donated the grasses, and I go up there and once a week, and I maintain the place. I left the teal bench at 18. I guess I'm asking forgiveness rather than permission, or was, but what I'd like to do with that bench is, if it's okay, I don't know whose property that is, if it's the golf or Yanni's or whatever, but I'd like to improve that area, keep the bench there, get some pavers underneath it, and my brothers are willing to donate, landscaping around that to kind of make it look nice, and just have another bench so people can, kind of stadium seat and look at 18th green. Just it'll kind of even it out from the Tucker Fund, and that's my request.
I have a concern.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether others have had this experience, but I have been in the restaurant when a golf ball hit the door. Fortunately, it was closed, so it didn't come in. And I'm
Okay.
very concerned about doing anything to promote any more seating between the 18th green and the patio is a significant safety hazard.
But it's over
Okay.
there. It's over there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
so-
definitely 2 or 3 benches on the Tucker Fund side.
Build a,
But it's the one over by the fire pit on the far
Yeah.
right side?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I think if the balls are coming up, hopefully they're not hitting.
It'd have to be a pole also.
don't get technical now.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Well, if the ball's going to hit someone on that bench, it's got to hit someone sitting by the fire pit. So,
Now,
or someone on the patio. So, but I mean, hey, yeah. So my goal with these benches. So my goal with these benches, I started out putting them in schools, and we have them around town now. And we're gonna be putting them I want to put them in the parks. I've spoke with Anthony about that. And I really just want them to connect the whole town. And these kids are learning about empathy and stuff. And the more they see it, it's helping us make Fairfield a community of kindness. So that's my ultimate goal with this.
Now, and what about a garden?
Yeah, I mean, I could present a simple plan for you guys. Once we got pavers underneath it. Again, my brothers will be willing, who own Kutso Tree and Lawn. They'd be willing to donate, the whatever it takes to put in what they want to put. They're not going to put in anything ostentatious, but it's going to be deer-proof and it's going to look nice.
So let me be sure I understand. You're specifically requesting pavers in order to more permanently install the bench. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. Yep, and we'll pay for it. Hey, if you guys can throw in the pavers, that's great. But if not, Kevin's Afterglow will pay for it.
Already there.
Yeah, Jim, it's Anthony. I'm happy to work with you on the exact bench location. I think that you'll be okay over there, based on what some of the commissioners have said. But maybe we move it a little further back from where it is right now. But again, Peter Grace and I are happy to work with you on it.
Okay, great.
As long as I've got consensus from the Golf Commission on plantings, I don't think anybody would have an issue with that, but...
Well, I've got a concern about the planting. Once they're in, who are we expecting to maintain the plantings? Does that now become Peter Grace's job?
Jim said his brother owned the landscape.
No, they're going to put them in. I maintain number 7. I believe the Seacrest maintain their portion. I would continue to maintain that too, probably. Yeah.
Okay. So you're committing to both installation and ongoing maintenance?
Yes.
Excellent.
If we could move both of those into the budget of what Peter has, that would be great too. But I've been doing number 7 for the past 2 years. I think it's probably one of the nicest ones on the course. So,
would anyone like to make a motion to fully approve Jim's request?
I will just amend that. I agree that I would prefer the town to maintain all of these. I'm comfortable with the bench. To me, it makes sense to have Peter's crew doing the maintenance on the golf course. But again, I understand where we're coming from on this one, and maybe for a period of time, we let them maintain it. But to me, it makes sense to have one maintenance crew on the golf course rather than having multiple. But that's just my opinion.
I agree.
So,
Yeah.
But I'm comfortable with this.
Yeah, that being said, I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, is there a second?
I will second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Aye.
Okay, thank you for calling in.
And I have one more thing. If Peter Grace is on the phone, the golf board did approve me putting a sign on number 7, and I got distracted last year, but it's in the works right now, so I'll work with you on getting that installed. So.
You mean one of the monuments or a sign for the bench?
It's a sign that's similar to what the Tucker Fund has on the 18th hole.
Yeah.
And I believe the board approved that last year. I just didn't get it. I haven't gotten around to doing it.
Okay, all set, thank you.
All right.
Well-
Thank you, everyone. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
We come to the end of the road for a couple of our folks, Priscilla and Keith, who have served this commission faithfully and well for the last 5 years. Keith, you've overseen 2 of the most significant changes on this golf course with a new golf pro and a new clubhouse and concessionaire
And COVID. Right, we forgot about COVID.
Can't
And
forget.
Priscilla and the dogmatic Green Tree Committee and the Forward Keys.
I tell you, just as a thought, I've been on the commission for 6 years.
How'd you pull that off?
Because I took over for somebody who left their term early.
Is that why we have 3 this year then?
Maybe.
Because we should
But,
have had
um,
three reports.
It's hard to believe that 6 years have gone by very fast. And while they haven't been easy at times, I think that us as a commission have done a great job in growing the game of golf at both golf courses. And I'm pleased with the decisions that we've made. I think they've been positive and they've helped, and I've enjoyed my time on the commission and the people I serve with.
Good. Well,
I've enjoyed having both
having
of you guys here.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to say
Absolutely.
thank you. I've enjoyed working with all of you.
Yeah.
It's been a great team. Like I said, I think we made a positive impact, and just keep doing it.
Yeah,
Big
absolutely.
shoes to fill for both of you.
No, you know what, we've left this in good hands.
So next month, we have 3 new members. I think I'll be here next month
Okay.
with my chemotherapy.
God willing.
I
Yeah,
spent,
absolutely.
I spent the whole goddamn week in Smilo Hospital last
Oh.
week. But I don't go back again for 2 more weeks, so. But anyhow, I thank you all for coming. I wish you well. Get out there and play this weekend.
That's right.
We need the revenue.
Yeah.
Is there a motion for adjournment?
You wanna do it?
Sure, I'll make it.
I'll second that.
All in favor? We are adjourned. Thank you.
All right, thank